From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from Arrowhead. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
On second down, it's Bell. And we'll get it down to the 47 here. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go music cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. On first and 10, it's Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there. A big game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
We're scoreless after one.
No score.
It's Stafford. Looking end zone for Jones. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown.
Touchdown.
Marvin Jones, 38 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Cody Parkey.
Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
To return, here's Agnew.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Lions take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. Third down here.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing on third down, Stafford, escaping the pressure right. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. On first down, Stafford here. And he finds Danny Amendola. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
On second down, Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Looking deep now for Amendola. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And it's 3rd down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They'll run here with Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. To throw is Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back there.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Come on now. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started, and fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. There he goes left side.
Oh, yeah, that's how
and
we do
all
it.
the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 71 yards. And the Browns are back within a score.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
On 3rd down, Stafford.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Let's go!
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. His throw caught at about the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over.
The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game,
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. The shotgun snap for Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will give him a 12-point lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Boy, once you get Kareem Hunt in the open field, look out. He's got speed to burn, and he showed off the wheels on that one. Mayfield now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Flushed out right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The 14-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Tay Davis there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Brings up second.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 28 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Lions 33, Browns 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 38 yards. And the Browns are back within a score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The score, Lions 33, Browns 27.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Being chased out left. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Browns, 34.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's now 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Mayfield to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 60 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. So they will go for it. Stafford. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Throwing is Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's second down.
Now second and 6.
Out of the gun, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. This is Swift on the counter. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Stafford throwing complete there to Amendola.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here's Lewis.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Packers have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Detroit! Kerryon Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's a second touchdown run of this game. And this one, add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy. He's got a man complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it. And got his man complete.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it. Let's go.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 72 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
So that's back-to-back.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Buffalo Bills.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down, Bills.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36.
Gain of 26.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
On the counter, this is Singletary. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point forthcoming. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Come on now, let's do this.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Lions nothing.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 44, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for. When you're playing defense.
Tracy Walker on the tackle. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Throwing now is Allen, and he's able to find Diggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Tyler Bass.
So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Stafford, solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, it's Stafford. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
It's 2nd down.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Taken in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bills 21, Lions nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Flush to his right.
48-yard line.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Eluding the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
At the Bills 22.
Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And they're able to get this one across. the 35.
To Stephon Diggs. A gain of 18 on the play. First
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are like...
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back now at Ford Field, it's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. Singletary, a 1st down and more. He's at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, 65 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Devin Singletary is certainly capable of breaking off some big runs, and he got loose on a big one there.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards on the play.
48-yard line.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 52 yards. yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Bills
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go right back to Singletary. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Trey.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He's going to go deep for Beasley. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Bring it up, bring it up.
Devin Singletary. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
A gain of 15.
On first down, Singletary. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The tackle. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.